Your dietitian again for today. How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. All right, you're just all right. How are you feeling about our meeting today?
Um, I mean, I haven't really been doing that great with the diet. I don't really know what to do. I want to get healthier, but it's just so hard.
So, has your diagnosis kind of been weighing down on you, and you're not really sure how to manage it right now?
Yeah, I don't want to make my wife have to change everything she cooks.
Okay. All right. Well, I understand where you're coming from, and what you've been diagnosed with, it can be challenging at first to change things, but hyperlipidemia and hypertension are both very manageable if you just make a few changes. You don't have to change your whole day or anything like that, or all of your family meals. We can start small and just kind of go from there. So, how do you feel about making changes to your diet, kind of specifically? Like, what kind of barriers are you seeing?
Well, I want to be healthy for my family's sake, but I don't want to make my wife have to cook certain foods just for me because Like I like the food she cooks, but they taste good. I don't know. I don't want to make my personal family have to eat the bad food.
Okay, and so what about the rest of your day though? Are there anything there? Are there any barriers in the rest of your day besides your family dinners?
Well, at lunch I'm so rushed, so I don't really think I can change that.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that time is one thing that's really important to you at work, and that kind of affects how you're eating there, and then also your family and your wife's cooking. That is a huge part in what you eat, and you're just not really sure how you're gonna move forward with that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about support? I mean, I know that you said that your wife cooks specific things, but how has she been supportive, kind of these changes that you might have to make? You know, or other family members, has anything changed there?
My wife she obviously she wants me to be healthy, and she says she'll do whatever is needed. She's told me she would cook other meals, but I just don't want to ask that of her. We're so used to the traditional Italian dinners and meats and all that, and we don't really know how to change it and still enjoy what we're eating.
Okay, so the family atmosphere and just that whole unit is something very important to you, and changing that could be a huge step not only for you but for your family as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the reason that you came to me last time and the reason why you're here today is to kind of focus on a new diet for you. So, could you tell me anything about the diet we talked about last time?
Mm, Low sodium
Okay.
and fat.
Do you remember anything else?
There's one other thing, but I don't know. I don't really know what foods like those things are in anyway, so I'm not sure what.
Okay. All right. So, the third thing was actually low cholesterol. And yeah, so we talked about it last time, and we didn't really go into that much detail on it. It was just kind of getting the big picture of the things. So um, what you have to understand is what's in your foods, and that's something that we can work on together. So some of the types of foods that you had told me that you usually eat are especially high in things like saturated fat and sodium. So certain types of meats and processed foods, for instance, eating out, and a lot of times those foods are higher in sodium. And so, how do you feel about, you know, maybe not for dinner, like we won't even start there right now because I know that's something that's sensitive with your family environment, but let's, start with the other times in your day. How would you feel about changing things, maybe around lunchtime rather than breakfast?
I could, but I don't have time. I wouldn't be able to do it every day.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be every day. just changing a few days a week can really greatly affect your health. So, you don't have to start with every day. You don't want to be overwhelmed. You want to get a feel for things and how they work for you. So, what do one idea I kind of had was packing a lunch rather than eating out every day. I mean, you don't have too much time, but is something like that feasible for you, or?
I mean, I feel like I could do that. My wife would definitely probably help me with buying things to make my lunch with.
Okay, so your wife is doing the purchasing then for you. Okay, but you're saying that she would support you in little things like that. Maybe helping you pack a lunch, or
Yeah.
I mean, then you could even sit at your desk. You wouldn't have to go anywhere. So you would say it's possible for you to pack a lunch. I mean, how many days a week do you think that would be feasible?
I mean, I feel like I could start with 3 and then see how it goes, and maybe I'll get it up to the 5 work days.
Okay, so see how that goes for you, and if you're enjoying it, then that'll be really good. I mean, do you know what? Because obviously we're trying to change some things. So are there any lunch foods that you really enjoy?
Well, what came to my mind first was a nice salami sandwich.
Okay, so salami is actually pretty high in sodium. So maybe instead of just going straight to other deli meats, you could try a reduced sodium salami. Is that something that?
I think I could do that.
Okay, all right. That's great that you are willing to make these changes, because it's really important to not be unhappy with it, but still really do things that are better for your health. So I think that changing your lunch is going to help you a lot, but there are some other things that we could definitely look into as well. So I know last time you told me about your alcohol intake. Is it similar to what it was?
Yeah, I haven't drank alcohol at all.
Okay, so 3 beers at dinner, and then this.
But yeah, when I golf, I get 6 or 7 beers.
Okay, so you drink when you golf is the most, and then at dinner as well. Okay, so is there anything with your alcohol intake that you would be willing to change?
I mean, I'm not really willing to cut out the beers with my buddies at the golf course, but I mean, maybe I could lower the. Maybe I'll just have 1 beer with my dinner.
Okay. Okay, so you'd be willing to reduce your intake. You don't want to cut out.
Not. I don't think I'm ready to completely cut it out.
Okay. Because that's a time with your friends. That's a social gathering. You're relaxing from work.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reasoning. It's your social drinking. That's what you like to do on the weekends.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we can definitely work with that. Reducing your alcohol intake could definitely help you and help your health and things like that. So, I know that you said your wife sometimes makes other meals besides, just the Italian sausage and the meatballs at our last meeting. Um, you know, I know you said you had pizza once a week, and what type of toppings did you normally have on the pizza?
We normally put on pepperoni and like sausage,
Okay.
Italian sausage.
Okay, so how would you feel about maybe not cutting out the pizza, but changing what's on the pizza?
I mean, maybe I could do that as long as I still get the pizza.
So you're not willing to cut out the pizza?
No.
Okay, so that's, a change in the normal pace of the meals, and that's just something you enjoy every week. Okay, all right. Well, that's okay. Are there any vegetables that you really enjoy having?
I actually really like spinach.
Okay, all right. So, I've had spinach on pizza before, and I think it actually tastes really great. It's so cheesy and all that sauce, and it's really still yummy. Would you and your wife, because I know she prepares. So do you think that would be feasible for both of you to do, change up some of the ingredients once a week?
I mean, I think if it'll help my health, then I think that we'll both support that. I mean, it probably won't taste as good, but I think we could substitute a topping.
Okay, and you think you could do that every week?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Any other vegetables that you like? I mean, you don't just have to put spinach.
Well, I mean, I like olives,
Okay,
so maybe I'll throw some of those on there too.
okay, great. So switching from the meat topping pizza to a vegetable pizza. Something you'd be willing to do? Okay. So I think that we've made a lot of progress today with your diet. Do you feel a little more comfortable with what type of substitutions that you could start making in
Yeah,
order to help
I
you?
actually do. It's been extremely helpful.
Okay,
So,
so let me just kind of summarize what we did and things that I think are going to really help you in the long run. So, switching out those vegetables on the pizza is one thing, and that's a small change, but it is a change. And then also, packing lunch and foregoing the eating out is also a very effective way to, reduce those type of things like the saturated fat and the sodium, especially with the processed foods. And then also reducing your alcohol intake to only one beer at dinner um, is definitely beneficial for your nutrition and wellness as well. So I really appreciate you coming in today and working with me and being so cooperative. And we're finished for today, but do you have any other questions for me?
no, I think you helped me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, well, you have a nice day. Thanks for coming in.
You too.